Pete's giving me thumbs up, and that means it is a very warm, well, moderately warm welcome to Facebook Live from Scotland. As if to need proof, the Church of Scotland sign behind us tells you exactly where we are. We're forth. Go forth and do installations and servicing of Handi Quilter, I think is more appropriate at this point in time. Anyway, we literally have stopped the car en route between two customers. And we've been up in Scotland. We left on very early on Wednesday morning and drove up via Yorkshire, Teesside to just east of Edinburgh to stay with some friends, which was lovely, and the weather was beautiful. So we've been doing an installation of an Amara in a beautiful shed. No, it's more than that. It's a log cabin. It's a beautiful log cabin. And that was just north of Edinburgh. Then today we've been just west of Edinburgh at Bathgate, seeing another customer who's got an Amara Pro Stitcher. So lots going on, and we're now winding our way to Dumfries and Galloway to see a very long-standing customer and her machine. So this is kind of typical of our Scottish trip. It's definitely live, isn't it? It's a bit like those ones where, as if to prove that the reporter is outside in the gale, they go outside in the gale. There's a large lorry coming past at this point. But we have a 4-bar 4G signal, and so I'm kind of hoping that you can hear me. I couldn't go any further because actually where we're going to, our final destination for today, is really not very good signal. Pete, have we got anybody online?
Yes, we have.
Okay, good.
No comments.
No. On the mobiles currently, we don't actually see any comments, so it's really difficult to respond to people if they are posting. I saw somebody else doing a Facebook Live the other day and they said, I can't see the comments. So this is the only problem. Do you want to look on my phone, Pete? You could have a look on my phone, maybe you'll see it. And Pinhole Quilting. Let's have a look. What's on? Anyway, do you want to have a look on my phone? Right, so what's happening and what's happened this week? We are planning our Festival of Quilts show, which is going to be a lot of fun. Hello. People walking past. In Forth. And we are planning Festival of Quilts because we're going to have a really big classroom there, not very far from the stand. The stand is H14, and if you're thinking about buying a long arm, then do come and see us on H14. We've got the range of Handi quilters that you can try. Plus, if there's any spaces left in the classroom, you'd be very welcome to book them while you're there. The bookings are actually available still online, and there are some spaces left, so it would be worth coming. If you're thinking about getting a long arm, it's a great way to do it. If you prefer to have one-on-one, just got an email as we left our previous customer. Somebody wants to come up for a Moxie demo, and that's absolutely brilliant. We love to see people at the showroom. We can give you the kind of personal attention that you might need, and we can go through lots and lots of different things and individual questions. But we can do the same thing on the stand. We've got plenty of help. We've got quite a few people who are actually Handi Quilter owners who are now working with us and doing the demonstrations on the stand. And I think the real advantage of that is the fact that you're talking to people who've been in exactly the same position as you are, kind of going, okay, oh, hi Judy, nice to see you on here. And Annette, I know that Annette, this guy was trying to walk past on the, nearly fell over the tub just down here. Okay, Annette, we'll see you here. I think it's, yeah, you're coming to Tylen's class in September. And in fact, talking about Tylen's class just briefly, Tylen is all on schedule to come over, and we're just finalising the details for that. But so there's some spaces left. It's a great opportunity to learn from Tylen. We had a little chat, you know, the 3-day class we've got wait lists for, but if you're coming on the 2-day, you know, there's definitely that ability that Tylen has, because numbers of 10 or 11 people per class, of being able to adapt and use the skills of the group to teach to the group. So it's not a prescriptive formula that she'll be teaching. It's very much designed, you know, to work with the needs and the abilities of the group to take you up another level. So we look forward to seeing you, Annette, and I hope that we can reenact the Bell House dinner, which I think most people were having hysterics at. And we had the same thing. I think it must be something about, don't you think, Pete? There's something about the atmosphere at the Bell House in Pershore that means we just have absolute hilarity. Eileen, yep, Eileen over in the States. Great to see you live. Only wish it posted to YouTube live as well. No, I haven't quite worked that out yet. And Carol Mann from New Jersey, that is, not Jersey in the Channel Islands. And Jill. Oh, Jill's got a great setup with the European owl outside, who scared me half to death last time when I turned up and heard the squawking. It's a rescue. And oh yeah, so Eileen's from West Virginia. Anyway, so the thing about Festival is that we've got a fantastic teacher coming from Handi Quilter, who is called, you're going to go, Gina Siembida. And Gina's done a lovely Facebook, Handi Quilter Live, that I posted a link to on our Facebook page. It's all about the capri and the settings that you use for the capri. So it's a really worthwhile seeing. If you're thinking about a stationary machine, check that out, because it's got all the settings for the Insight table. So have a look at that, and it would be really good to have you come over and meet Gina, because Gina's got Infinity with Pro Stitcher, Forte with Pro Stitcher, and Capri. So we're talking about somebody who's got that knowledge of both stationary and movable machines, and that's such a benefit for us. So we're really looking forward to seeing and meeting Gina. So the other thing is that we've got the ability for people to come not only to the show, but then to come afterwards to our showroom. I think maybe that's something at the show you don't appreciate, that it's not just about having machines on the stand. Those machines are pretty much permanently set up in our showroom. Other than when we're doing classes, we can take demonstrations and show you how to use the machines. So it's not just about shows for us, it's also about being able to demonstrate and run classes. The other thing is that the Pro Stitcher, we've had our Pre-Loved Longarms website up for a while now, just a short time, and it's already proving to be a great way for those of you who've already invested in the Handi Quilter machines but want to upgrade. It gives you that upgrade path. For example, Jane, who we did the installation for only yesterday, and it was a beautiful day. We basically did that installation. She has a sit-down machine. She's upgraded to the Amara, man walking dog. There we go. So she upgraded to an Amara, and we're putting her Sweet 16 on the market soon. So if you're thinking about investing in Handi Quilter, it's not just making that decision. It's a bit like buying a car. If you look at the resale value of your car, it makes a lot more sense to go for a premium brand that retains its value, rather than one that it might appear cheaper at the outset, but then you lose thousands when you try and trade it in. This is very much what we see happens within the Handi Quilter market, is that the prices of second user Handi Quilters retain their value to the point where, we had the upgrade recently of a customer who bought an Avanti many years ago, added Pro Stitcher. She's just upgraded to Amara with Pro Stitcher. The Pro Stitcher sold before we even listed it on the website to the wait list. So if you're thinking about upgrading to Pro Stitcher on your either Avanti or your Simply 16, that is something that you should consider. Talk to us, tell us that you're interested, because literally they go like hotcakes. Simply 16 can take both Pro Stitcher Lite and Pro Stitcher Premium, so it gives you lots of opportunities in terms of going computerized. Do you go the Lite route, or do you go Premium, perhaps second user? And with all of the options for Pro Stitcher, you can also get Pro Stitcher Designer, which enables you to do digitizing of images. So for digitizing and using backdrop tool, actually creating Bezier curves, straight lines, or whatever. And if you have a look at some of the groups like Linda Jackson has on Pro Stitcher, you'll see the kind of things that she's been doing the last week on feathers. Other things, Pete, you're going to give me a prompt here now, because I was going to look at my notes. Keep notes, here we go. So the Avantis that were on our website, they both sold now. Those are the ones that were in Wales. And let's just talk a little bit about computerized systems. So computerized systems for the Handi Quilter machines, you've got, Pete, do you want to take this back? I'll have a look at the comments. So the Handi Quilter machines, you've got computerized systems, and we have had customers in the past who go, okay, I want to buy a computerized system, and they look at a few different manufacturers. The thing is, where are you getting your computerized system support? Are you having to contact the States, or is it here locally in the UK with people who are using those systems extensively? And that's a really important thing to know as well. We have had the case where somebody invested in an extremely expensive computerized system, thinking that it would be really easy to use and very intuitive, and it wasn't. They got no support from the UK dealer, they got no support from the dealer they bought from in the States, because you can't buy it direct in the UK. It's a major brand, but you can't buy it directly in the UK, and it literally sits in their garage, and it sits there, couldn't sell it because the warranty doesn't transfer to a new customer. Pretty inflexible. So that is not the experience that you get from Handi Quilter. And it's quite interesting actually, that particular customer, she phoned me up because she wanted to ask a question about something on the computerized system, and the husband made the point, we'd never have got that support. So it's not just about what you see, it's all the other stuff behind it. Do your research and make sure that you talk to existing customers of those brands. And if you can't find them in the UK, then maybe a reason for that. So we are going to be doing Facebook Live every Friday, pretty much like this, en route in Scotland on a Friday afternoon, unless we physically cannot do it. So we hope that, although this is going to be a short one, if you've got any questions, you can always post them on here, and we look at the comments after the Facebook Live, and we tend to, make the responses to those. I probably won't be able to upload this to YouTube maybe until Sunday, because we're not back until very late Saturday. So we hope that whatever you're doing over the weekend, that you have fun quilting. And unless, Pete, you've got any further questions? He's shaking his head. No further questions. Hi there. Man walking past. I hope that you've got... Oh, he's just come out of the church. Okay. It's a lovely church. It's got lovely flowers. I hope if you are doing some quilting over the weekend, as we saw with our customer that we just visited, Maureen, she's got 2 friends have come over for an afternoon of quilting chat. I hope that whatever you're doing, you have the same experience, that you can either connect with people virtually or in person and have a wonderful weekend of quilting.